Hi there.
Hi, councillors.
Speaker.
Hi, councillor. Councillors, are we all here?
Kitty?
Hi, councillors.
Kitty, I'm here.
Just wait.
Hi, Speaker.
Hi, councillor. Councillor Davis.
Just looking for you. Speaker. Yes, ma'am.
Councillor Kraut.
I'm back, Speaker. I'm back.
Councillor.
I'm here, Speaker. Councillor Quinana.
Yes, Councillor Naki. Councillor Naki.
Yes, Speaker. No.
Councillor Wolmerans, I can see you. Councillor Wolmerans. I can see you. Councillor Opperman.
Speaker.
Councillor Matiwana, I can see you.
Okay.
Councillor Wasserman, Speaker.
Yes, Councillor Wasserman, I can see you. Councillor Ace, I can see you.
Thank you.
Councillor Kusana, I can see you. Councillor Kusana, can you just unmute your mic?
Councillor Chokolo, Speaker.
Yes, Councillor Chokola, I can see you.
Uchawa is here.
Councillor Lasa, I can see you. Councillor Ngezu. Councillor Ngezu, I can see you.
Okay.
Councillor Matika, I can see you.
Yes, Matika is also here, Speaker.
Councillor Strubel, I can see you. Is Councillor Weideman back yet?
She is, yes, Speaker, but she's, yeah.
Councillor Weideman?
Councillor.
Thank you. Councillor Van Asberen?
Awumamukhethi.
Kumele kwenye meeting sangena kuyo. Abakanthwe bayo ngomso. Okay.
Councillor Van Asberen?
Madam Speaker, it's Graham here. I will give Councillor Van Asweken a call and see if he's struggling.
Okay, Councillor Tsengwa? Councillor Tsengwa?
Yes, Speaker. I'm present, Speaker. Present. I'm present. Speaker.
Yes, I can see you, DM.
Speaker, I'm here.
Speaker.
Eben Phillips, Director Community Services, present. Speaker, this is Marlene Boyce, the Director for Planning and Economic Development.
Yes. I can see the interpreters here.
Speaker Joel Pungwana present.
Speaker,
see-
Director
I can see
Infrastructure,
nobody.
Praveen Hari Prasad. Director Infrastructure, Praveen Hari Prasad present.
Yes, I can see you, Praveer.
I can record, Speaker. I'm here, Director Corporate Services.
Thank you, Director.
Speaker, can you see me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can see Carl.
It's Richard.
Richard Meyer, I can see. Thank you. Brian, I can see Brian Cornelius.
Marilyn Porter, Speaker.
Thank you. I think those are all. I can see Jackie.
Snetemba, Speaker.
Speaker,
my hand is also up.
Yes, I can see you, Melanie.
I'm also back, Speaker. Snetemba, Speaker.
Yes, in a chamber.
Lindy Lepetuna, Speaker.
Audit Committee Chair,
Mr.
Speaker.
Petuna. Yes.
Audit Committee Chair, Speaker.
Hi, Mr. Beryl. I can see you.
Thank you, Speaker.
I'm just waiting for Councillor van Aswegen.
Speaker, I'm here. I'm DC now. Okay. Did you hear me, Speaker?
Yes.
Okay, I'm here. Thanks.
I think I've got all the staff members that are here. I think I've not seen Mr. Adonis. I've not seen Mr. Kamfer. Melanie, can you just confirm, are they also part of the meeting, or are they?
Speaker, they are present. Mr. Adonis and Mr. Kamfer has gone to set up upstairs to prepare for the eventuality of elections.
Okay then. Thank you, Melanie. Melanie, can you guide us now? Because I think we're going to deal with the motions now. And I think I must recuse myself from the items on
Speaker,
Yes, Melanie.
prior to you recusing yourself, it just needs to be stated that in the event that the speaker is not available or the position is vacant, that councillors elect from amongst themselves an acting speaker for when the speaker chooses to recuse herself. But if you do recuse yourself, you stay in the meeting and take up your seat as an ordinary councillor, because you are still allowed to vote.
Yes, Melanie, I understand that.
Speaker,
Councillor Kraut?
before you recuse yourself, I just now need to understand that why are you recusing yourself? That is what I just need to understand.
Speaker.
Yes, Councillor Skosana?
Skosana here.
Yes.
I would like Tuli, Miss Tulsa, are you still around?
I am here, councillor.
Are we dealing with the motion of around the speaker, notice of intention, removal of the speaker?
Councillor Skosana, it is the next item on the agenda. I just need to also state that, Speaker, this is entirely your prerogative, whether or not you wish to recuse yourself. You can just declare your interest. We know that you have an interest in the matter. However, if you are of the view that your presiding over the continuation of the meeting will be free and fair and objective, as you have been doing the whole meeting, you may stay in your seat. It is entirely up to you.
May I take
Councillor Skosana? Just wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Councillor Skosana?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'll be mute.
Yes. I see the Director of Corporate, your hand is up.
Yes, Speaker, my hand is up. In light of the situation now, I think the Speaker must recuse herself because she has interest in the matter, and let the vote happen as it should be. There has been systems set in place for this process to continue. So, Speaker, you have interest in the matter, and therefore we recommend that you recuse yourself and we then continue with the process. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Director.
Speaker, before you leave, I want to
Thanks, Speaker. Thanks, Speaker. I just make Director Corporate can come in and ask my question.
Councillor Crouch is Councillor Skosana that I'm giving the floor here.
Okay, sorry.
Okay,
Apologies.
thank you. Speaker, if Paulsa is around and the Director of Corporate, can we go through to Structures Act, Section 40, removal from office? Are they around?
Yeah, both here. You can continue, Councillor Skosana.
We are here.
Emaspalati Council by resolution may remove its Speaker from office. In my reading, by resolution, it means by the majority of home bodies of council in most numbers. Furthermore, if you read 40 and then you go and read 36 of the same structures. Yes. Is there anyone? Okay. I'm reading 36 Okay. Each municipality council must have a check. Yes, but there's noise, echo. And I believe that as a council of this council, that Section 36, election of a speaker, each municipality council must have a chairperson who will call the speaker. Number two is saying that at its first sitting after its election, which we did as this council. Furthermore, as I'm saying to you, 40 tells you about the majority. And you can go further, read it by 41. Now, I don't understand now what's the fuss here. We do have a speaker. Why is this item here? Unless the majority is against it, then we can entertain it. If I'm reading 40 wrongly, then I'm getting on a correction.
Melanie?
Speaker, if Councillor Skosana would read 40, it says a municipal council by resolution may remove its speaker from office. Prior notice of an intention to move a motion for the removal of the speaker must be given. I believe Speaker, and correct me if I'm wrong, such a motion of intention, such an intention to move a motion to remove the speaker has been brought and is before council for consideration at this time. The speaker remains the speaker until such time as the motion is carried by way of majority of votes cast. If there is not a majority of votes cast in favor of the removal of the speaker remains in office. Again, Speaker, I have stated you are the speaker, and acting speaker is only elected if there is a vacancy or you are not available to perform the functions of speaker. And again, you have indicated that you wish to recuse yourself, but it is entirely your decision.
I'm having a follow-up, Speaker.
Councillor Skosana?
My follow-up tool is in the rules of order, Rule 37. Reading concurrent with what we are discussing, you read 1 and 4. 31A, 37 and saying a member who has not yet blah blah during such debate at the conclusion of any speech move that the matter be removed from the agenda. 4 is saying if such a motion is carried, the matter under discussion shall not be further pursued. We are moving that this matter be removed out of the agenda as the ANC.
Director Corporate, I see your hand is up. Melanie?
Yes, Speaker, my hand is up. I wish to concur with the legal services manager. Any item that has been brought as a motion in terms of section 26 of the rules of regulation of council, that must be entertained unless it is revoked in terms of section 139. Now, we need to move with that. If then that is not the instance, then the Speaker must rule. We cannot at this stage say we are revoking that particular motion. So the Speaker has the powers to decide on whether to revoke that resolution or not. Thank you, Speaker.
Speaker, Kosana,
yes.
Kosana, I need the director to take me through. Do I read it wrong when I read 37.1 and 37.4? I would like the director to be selective when he reads the rules of order.
Speaker? Yes.
Speaker.
Yes, dear.
No, Speaker. Speaker, thank you very much, man. Speaker, once again, man, thank you very much. I think the manager legal have just given us a direction with regard to this matter. Because last time I checked, you are still a speaker. I thought from where I'm sitting, you are going to start, I mean, you allow those colleagues which have brought the motion to present their motion so that we can begin to check whether the motion is carried or not. I mean, we basically need to vote on the matter and not really waste a lot of time, you know. So last time I checked, I don't really see any reasons as to why you must recuse yourself. You know, we must first check whether the motion is going to carry or not. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I see Director Corporate, I see your hand is up. Melanie? Director Corporate, I see your hand is up.
Yes, Speaker. My hand was in light of the emotion. Sorry, in light of the motion that has been brought before council. And I directed you to the rules of order of council. Now, I would request you to consider the rules of direction of council so that we don't deviate from that. Then consider the rules of council. Then you would then say, this is what we need to do. So please, Speaker, go to the rules. Yes, thanks.
Thank you. DM, I see your hand is up.
Hold hand.
Is there anyone else on this matter? Can we move?
Speaker, does the council
Speaker, can you just clarify what it is that you want us to help with here?
No, I want, we are now on point number 7, consideration of motions. Carl, I see your hand is up.
Yes, Madam Speaker. I think if you feel uncomfortable to be the speaker or then the chairperson of the meeting, if where a motion against yourself is to be discussed, I would suggest that you vacate the chair and then let council elect a acting speaker while you then not recuse yourself and leave the meeting, but merely vacate the chair so that perhaps somebody else can be some other councillor can be the chairperson and then lead this item to its conclusion by asking, by then voting on it to say who is in favor of the motion and who is against the motion.
Thank you, Carl. That's what I want to do. I see hands. I don't know if it's old hands. Thank you. Councillors, in the last meeting that we had, we elected a deputy, what we call it now, speaker. I don't know if that one is still standing, or do we now have to go and again have a new nomination? Councillor Kraut?
Speaker, I don't see that we have ever rescinded that decision that was taken. So if you are uncomfortable, like Carl is maybe saying, then the deputy speaker that was then elected must take the chair.
Thank you, Councillor Wasserman.
Thank you, Speaker. I can't recall that we elected as a permanent seat a deputy speaker. Can you just remind us what the resolution maybe was, or when it was, and who was elected? But from my recollection, I don't think we have such a position. And in terms of the legislation, we should really elect a speaker now, as per what we've been told.
Thank you, Councillor Wasserman. Can we get a name?
I can also give a name.
Speaker.
Councillor Kraut.
Kosana here.
Kosana.
Speaker, through the rule 41 of the Structures Act, I'm electing Councillor Matika.
Thank you.
Councillor Kraut, second that proposal.
Thank you, Councillor. And any other name?
Speaker, yes. From the DA, we nominate Councillor Wolmarans.
I second that, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Davis. We've got 2 names on the table. Those that vote that's in favor of the name of Councillor Matika, can you just indicate?
Speaker.
Yes.
Councillor Kosana here of the ANC. All of us in the caucus with KUC are voting for Matika.
Kosana, you are out of order.
Speaker, voting for Councillor Matika.
Speaker.
Yes, we are voting.
Councillor Matika, Speaker.
Speaker. Madam Speaker, on a point of order.
Councillors.
On a point of order, Speaker.
No, you can't. Can you mute your mics and mute your cameras, please?
Okay.
Can you mute your mics and your cameras, please? Councillor Nezu and DM, can you mute your cameras? Councillor Tokolo?
Speaker, I just want to point out to you that when you're electing a speaker, deputy mayor or whoever, an acting speaker, it must be secret ballot, Speaker.
No, we never did it in secret ballot.
No.
It is a secret ballot, Speaker.
No.
Can we get advice on this one?
Can I get more names? No, more people that voted for Councillor Matika?
Councillor Salaze, Speaker.
Thank you. Who else?
Councillor Kraut, Speaker.
Thank you.
Councillor Tsengwa, Speaker.
Councillor Matiwane, Speaker.
Councillor Naki, Speaker.
Thank you.
Naki for Matika.
Matika.
Councillor Matika for Matika. It's 10.
I'm also voting for Councillor Matika. Those who voted for Councillor Wolmerans? Are we done with those who want Councillor Matika to be the acting speaker? I'm moving to those who want Councillor Wolmerans to be the acting speaker. Yes.
Councillor Davis.
Thank you.
You read 4 names.
Councillor Quinana.
Thank you.
Speaker, I vote for Councillor Vormalan.
Thank you, Councillor Chokolo.
Speaker, I vote for Councillor Wasserman.
Thank you, Councillor Opperman.
Thank you, Speaker. Wolmerans vote for.
Speaker.
Yes.
Wolmerans.
Thank you, Councillor Weideman.
Speaker.
Councillor Ace.
Councillor Wolmerans.
Thank you.
Vote songe must speak.
Thank you. The Councillor Matika is going to be our acting speaker for the day. Councillor Matika got 10 votes. And Councillor Wolmerans got 9 votes.
We must just make sure, Speaker, that we know that we don't have to always vote for a deputy speaker. It's now twice that Matika has been voted in. It must now, it's a permanent thing now.
No.
Councillor Matika, you can take over the session of the motions. I'm handing it over to Councillor Matika.
Nkosi, Speaker.
Thank you so much, Speaker.
Councillors.
We here. Acting.
Sorry, yeah, we're not going to belong, councillors, because really it's unfair. Some of us, we've been here since 7:30 and we are still here. So I would like us to move quickly. We are now on item 7.1, the notice of intention to introduce a motion, removal of the speaker from office and election of a new speaker. The letter was sent on the 17th of March 2020. The mover is Councillor Chokolo and the seconder is Councillor Hilton Struble. Before we move with this item, I would like Councillor Chokolo to read his motion and motivation, and then we can have a seconder. Then we move. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Acting Speaker. Firstly, I just want to point out that I think what's going on. I'm sorry, Speaker. I'm hearing some sounds in my ear.
Carry on.
Okay, so I just want to point out firstly, Speaker, that the DA has submitted these motions on the 19th. It's actually, the first one was the 17th of March, and then again on the 19th, we amended those motions. And I also want to point out, Speaker, that's why we really need to move with this motion and remove the Speaker, because the motions that we've got now on the agenda, it's the first motion, of which that one we amended on the 19th, and it was signed by her office on the 19th of March. So, and I think we can just imagine, Speaker, when you submitted motions 2 months ago, and it really means that you've got an incompetent Speaker who's losing the documents that have been submitted to her office. But in any case, Acting Speaker, I'll go to my motion.
Councillor Chokolo? Councillor Chokolo?
Yes.
Can you please hold on? I see the hand of the Director Corporate. Director Corporate, is there something that you... Director Corporate? Or is your hand? Okay, then carry on, Councillor Chokolo, please.
Thank you, Speaker. I think let me put on the camera. I, Councillor Chokolo, in terms of Rule 26 of the Standing Rules of Order adopted by the Knysna Council, hereby give notice of my intention to move the following motion at the next ordinary council or special council meeting, whichever comes first. Number one, that Councillor Metal Titi Gombo be removed as Speaker in terms of the provisions of Section 40 of the Local Government Municipal Structures Act 117 of 1998. Number two, that Council proceeds to elect a new Speaker in terms of the provisions of Section 36 of the Local Government Municipal Structures Act 117 of 1998. My motivation, Acting Speaker, is that Councillor Gombo has failed to uphold the principles of impartiality, independence, and non-partisan, which are essential to the position of Speaker of Council. We've witnessed that over now about 2 months. It's really been bad. I so move, Speaker, that we move with this motion. I signed it, and my seconder is Councillor Strubel. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Chokolo. Can we get a seconder for this motion? Can we get a seconder for this motion? Can Councillor Strubel please second the motion?
Yes, he's going to second. Speaker, he's just having a challenge quickly with the sound on his thing, but he just second on my computer.
Sorry, Speaker, secondly, Councillor Chokolo.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Councillor Strubel, Councillor Vey, and Councillor Chokolo. And now before we go with the voting, I would like the MM or the director to please before we go with elections, Speaker, we have 4 people that are elected to be part of electoral committee. 1 is Mr. Davi Adonis. 2 is Miss Melanie Paulsen. 3 is Miss Jill. 4, then is Enrico Camfa. Those 4 will be the committee that will be running these elections so that this election could be free and fair. Those are independent municipality staff. The 4 will be running these elections, and then this election will be done on the secret ballot on the council chamber.
Speaker?
Before we go there, I see there are some hands. I see there are more than 4 hands.
Speaker.
It's MM.
Speaker.
Okay, Speaker. Hold on. I see the council, the name of MM, then we give it to you, Councillor Skosana, and then we give it to you, DM, and then we give it to you, Councillor Chokolo. Thank you. MM, over to you.
Thank you, Acting Speaker. I just want to confirm that there first needs to be voting to determine if the majority vote in favor of removing the Speaker, then there will be an election. If the majority don't vote to remove the Speaker, then there is no election.
Yes. No, thank you very much, Speaker. Sorry. Thank you very much, MM. Okay, then, Deputy Mayor, is there something you want to add?
Yes, thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. Speaker, I think I must also thank the member for that clarity. Speaker, I really don't see any reasons why must the Speaker Gombo be removed from office. I think I really suggest, I really don't see any reason for that. And I suggest that we put this matter into a vote to ascertain whether that motion will carry or not. Thank you very much.
No, thank you very much. Okay. MM, I think MM has clarified. Oh, Councillor Skosana.
Speaker, I move with Rule 37 of our Rule of Order that this motion be removed out of the agenda. I'm voting it out of the agenda. As I've articulated before, that 31-1 and 37-1 and 37-4, saying that if numbers, then I'm saying that let us vote for it to be out of the agenda. I'm voting for that. I'm against it.
Thank you, Councillor Skosana. Councillor Skosana, I'm not going to entertain that issue now. But what I'm going to do with the advice of the MM, before we put this on the item, so I'm going to ask all those who are in favor that this motion should carry on the agenda. They must indicate. And what we are going to vote here, you're going to switch on your video, and then you must vote here and say your name that you vote in favor that this motion must carry on. You're not going to vote on secret on this one. Thank you.
Yes, correct. Correct.
Can I get all those who are in favor for this motion to move? Please, can I get all those are in favor but for this motion that we can carry on with the motion of removal of the Speaker? All those in favor? Switch on your video, then we carry on.
Speaker.
Councillor Chokolo.
Speaker.
Councillor Chokolo.
I think maybe you just forgot. If you remember, you recognized me. I think it was after Councillor Tsengwa.
Councillor Chokolo, you are the last one, please.
Saying.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaker, I just want some clarity on this now. You made a ruling by saying, I've read my motion, it was submitted, and you made a ruling that we're going to vote, and we're going to vote on secret ballot. That was the ruling you made. Now, I just want to get clarity on this. Are you now making a U-turn on the ruling that you've made, or what's happening? Just clarity on that, because you've made a ruling, and I thought that was the ruling, Speaker.
Speaker.
Councillor Gombo.
Thank you, Speaker. I think, Speaker, we on the issue now voting if the motion must serve first. We're still going to go to secret ballot if the motion is carrying through. I think we are on that issue now. There is still going to be secret ballot if the motion is carried. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Speaker. Councillor Chokolo, I can always change my mind. I'm the Speaker, Musna. So I can always change my mind if I got the advice from MM. So when I was discussing the issue that I thought that we're not going to vote because it's already on the agenda, but we got that advice that before we carry on, we must first vote for this motion to be put on. So now I'm saying that all those that are in favor must switch on their video and say, I am in favor of this motion to be put on, or I'm not in favor. Please. We'll start.
Speaker.
Not Councillor Chokolo, I'm not going
I
to
think you must
entertain any more
clarify.
debate.
No,
Councillor
Speaker, I think
Chokolo,
you must-
I'm not
no,
going to
Speaker,
entertain
I'm
now.
seeking clar-
I see your
Speaker,
hands up. I see your hands up. Is there something you want to say?
Acting Speaker, yes, if I may just clarify, I think you want to ask now to vote to remove the Speaker. And if that vote is carried, then you would do an election for a new Speaker. If the majority don't vote in favor of removing the Speaker, then there's obviously no election. You need to now ask for voting to remove the Speaker. Thanks.
Yes, thank you, That's what I was saying now. We must vote now to remove the Speaker. So all those that in favor of this motion that we must remove the Speaker, switch on your video and say that I'm in favor for us to remove the Speaker. Then we can go and vote secret if the motion is carried. But the motion has not been carried yet.
Okay, Acting Speaker, I vote that we remove the impartial and unfair Speaker.
Okay, Zakwedin.
Let me add incompetent as well.
Thank you, Councillor Chokolo. Next.
Speaker, it's Councillor Wasserman. I vote for the removal of the Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Wasserman.
Acting Speaker, Councillor Wolmerans.
Can you
I
switch on
move
your?
for the removal of the Speaker.
Can you switch on, Councillor? Can you switch on your? Thank you. I see you. Yes, Councillor.
Yes.
Councillor Wade.
Yes,
I
Councillor.
move to remove this.
Councillor Quinana. I vote for removal of the Speaker.
Yes.
For the removal.
Councillor Opperman speaking. I ask for the removal of the Speaker.
Yeah.
Acting Speaker,
Yes.
can you see me?
Yes, I see you.
I'm also voting in favor of the motion to remove the Speaker.
Thank you. Next.
Councillor Davis, Speaker, voting in
Yes.
favor of the motion. Thank you, which is to remove the Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Davis. Next. Okay. Thank you. So now we are going to go all those that are against the removal of the Speaker.
Speaker, I'm
Yes.
Councillor Matiwan, I'm against.
Thank you, Councillor Matiwane. Next.
Acting, I'm voting against the removal of the Speaker.
Okay.
Yeah, Acting Speaker, Councillor Obritsengwa is voting against the removal of a competent Speaker.
Speaker, Councillor Yusuf.
So, Councillor Quinana, can you switch off your mic, please? Councillor Quinana, can you switch off your video as well? Thank you.
I, Acting Speaker.
Councillor Naki.
Yes, Mama Naki.
Against.
Thank you, Mama Naki.
Acting Speaker.
Thank you, Mama Naki. Yes.
Acting Speaker.
Councillor Kambu, yes.
Yes. The name is Titi Mati Elizabeth Gombo.
Yes.
I vote against the removal of the Speaker.
Thank you. Councillors, I also vote against the removal of the acting Speaker. Ne?
Speaker?
Yes,
Councillor
Councillor
Ace, I vote the removal of the Speaker.
You vote against. Thank you, Councillors. Councillor Salase? Yes, Councillor Salase?
Yes, Councillor Kasalas is against
Thank
the
you.
motion. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Salase.
Speaker,
Yes, Councillor Skosana?
Speaker, Mandla Imbokodo. Imbokodo. Mahlala Imbokodo.
Thank you.
Let the woman stay speaker. As a speaker, thank you.
Thank you.
Waarnemende voorzitter.
Yes, Councillor Asvira?
Acting speaker.
Yes.
Erik Holman van Aswegen.
Okay, thank you very much.
Die motie.
Councillor Van Aswegen is voting against the motion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The motion does not carry because it received 8 votes against 11 votes. Thank you very much. The motion does not carry. So I'm going to hand over this meeting back to the original speaker to carry on with this meeting.
Speaker, acting speaker.
Councillor Skosana?
Speaker.
Councillor Skosana?
You must tell Chokolo to wait another 3 months now. Those are the processes.
Okay, Councillor Skosana. Councillor.
Yeah, you govern
Councillor
3 months
Salase?
by 3 months. That's how you govern.
Sorry, Councillor Salazar? Speaker, can you take over your meeting, please? Councillor Gambo. It's over to you. I'm giving you your meeting to move with the next item.
Thank you, Councillor Matika. Thank you, Councillor Chokolo. I'm back. We are now on item 7.2. Notice of intention to introduce a motion, the removal of the executive deputy mayor from office and election of a new executive deputy mayor. Notice was been given to the Speaker's office on the 17th of March. And I just want to say, Councillor Chokolo, this was because of COVID-19. And I'm glad today that we are at this point. Councillor Chokolo, over to you. Can you read your motion for us?
Thank you, Speaker. We're still under COVID-19. We're still having COVID-19. Madam Speaker, same Speaker, this was also amended. It was submitted on the 17th, but it was amended on the 19th. Notice of intention to introduce a motion, removal of the executive deputy mayor from office and election of a new executive deputy mayor. I, Councillor Chokolo, in terms of Rule 26 of the Standing Rules of Order adopted by the Knysna Council, hereby give notice of my intention to move the following motion at the next ordinary council or special council meeting, whichever comes first, that Councillor Ndoda Obritsengwa be removed as executive deputy mayor in terms of the provisions of Section 58 of the Local Government Municipal Structures Act 117 of 1998. Number 2, that council proceeds to elect a new executive deputy mayor in terms of the provisions of Section 55 of the Local Government Municipal Structures Act 117 of 1998. Motivation, I'll pick one today. There's a lot, but I'll pick one. During his term as executive deputy mayor, Councillor Ndoda Obritsengwa has not provided strategic direction, nor has he ensured good governance. Councillor Tsengwa has also not provided political leadership in addressing the urgent financial crisis that has arisen. I signed it. I move that we move with the motion. Speaker, thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Chokolo. Councillor Strubel, I see your hand is up.
Speaker. Okay, yes. I would like to second the motion is read out by Councillor Chokolo.
Thank you, Councillor Strubel. Can we now have those who is with the motion of Councillor Chokolo? Those who are voting for the motion of Councillor Chokolo? Councillor Chokolo, I see.
Speaker, I'm for the motion.
Thank you.
Speaker, Councillor Wasserman for the motion of Councillor Chokolo.
Thank you, Councillor Wasserman.
Speaker, Councillor Kunana supporting the motion.
Can I just see you?
Speaker.
I can see you, Councillor Wolmerans.
Supporting the motion of Councillor Chokolo.
Thank you.
Speaker, Councillor Weideman. I support
Thank you,
Councillor
Councillor
Chokolo's
Weideman.
motion.
Councillor Opperman supporting Aubrey's motion.
Thank you, Councillor Opperman.
Chokolo's motion.
Councillor Opperman, Councillor Strubel.
Speaker, can you see me?
I can see you.
I'm also supporting the motion presented by Councillor Chokolo.
Thank you, Councillor.
Speaker, Councillor Ice, I support the motion.
Speaker, Councillor Davis, I support the motion. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, councillors. Those that against the motion for the removal of the deputy mayor of the motion? Yes, Councillor Salase.
Councillor Salazar is against the motion, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Salase.
Councillor Krauts.
Thank you, Councillor Krauts.
Against the motion.
Speaker. Councillor Tsengwa is against the motion.
Thank you, Councillor Tsengwa.
Councillor Naki against the speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Naki.
Speaker, Councillor Matiwana is against the motion.
Thank you, Councillor Matiwana.
Speaker.
Matika, I can see you.
Against the motion.
Thank you, Councillor Nezu. Thank you, Councillor Matika.
Councillor Matika against the motion, Speaker.
Thank you.
Speaker.
Councillor Kosana, I can see you.
Yeah, extend, Aubrey Mudblay. Aubrey Mudblay.
Thank you. Councillor Van Aswering, I can see your face.
Speaker, thanks. Now, Councillor Eric Ormond van Asbeek can vote against the motion. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, councillors. Councillor Gombo, vote against the motion. Councillors, the motion has been carried. 9 voted for the motion to serve, and 10 voted not for the motion not to serve. So this motion is not going to serve.
Speaker, you just said the motion is carried.
Yeah, cool. Thank you, councillors. Can we now go to 7.3? Notice of intention to introduce a motion, election of an executive mayor. And this was also on the 17th of March. And the motion was submitted by Councillor Chokolo. Can you now read your motion, Councillor Chokolo?
Thank you very much, Speaker. Am I on the floor? Am I on the
Yes,
floor?
on the floor.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, this one is a very important one. I don't know when last we had a mayor, and Thank you. Acting MM, you tried your best when you came in here. You said this is a compliance issue. We should deal with it, but people were defending their seats.
Councillor Chokolo, can you get to the point?
I'll go to the motion.
Thank you.
Notice of intention to. We didn't have to go to motions. This was supposed to be an item on the agenda.
Councillor Chokolo, can you read the motion?
Notice of intention to introduce a motion, election of an executive mayor. I, Councillor Luzuko Chokolo, in terms of Rule 26 of the Standing Rules of Order adopted by the Knysna Council, hereby give notice of my intention to move the following motion at the next ordinary council or special council, whichever comes first. That council proceeds to elect an executive mayor in terms of the provisions of the Section 55 of the Local Government Municipal Structures Act 117 of 1998. Motivation 1, Section 55, subsection 2 of the Municipal Structures Act requires that a vacancy in the office of executive mayor or executive deputy mayor must be filled when necessary. Number 2, Knysna municipality has been without an executive mayor since September 2019. In light of Knysna municipality's current financial crisis, it is extremely urgent that an executive mayor be elected who will provide strategic leadership to the municipality and who will oversee the provision of services to the residents of Knysna. Speaker, I thank you very much. I signed it, and I move that we go with the motion, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Chokolo. Councillor
Speaker,
Strubel, yes.
Speaker.
I would like to say Councillor Chokolo's motion. Thank you.
Okay. Councillor Aubrey Tsengwa.
Yes, Speaker. Good evening, man. I support my colleague, Councillor Chokolo. This one must have, and I've got the mayor ready for the change.
So the majority of the councillors, are you all in agreement that this motion must serve?
Yebo, Speaker.
Speaker,
Yes,
Councillor Kosana.
Speaker. Councillor Kosana?
I only agree.
Speaker, I want to see him die. Let's go for
Speaker,
you. We need the mayor, man. We need the mayor.
We must just serve. Don't ask.
Councillors,
We need the
don't
mayor,
be
man.
order.
We need the mayor.
I want
We're
to
ready.
be
Let them
all
come.
in agreement, or must we go and vote that we need to select the mayor, and everyone is agreeing on this motion?
Yeah,
He's going to nominate.
Yes, Speaker.
Yes. Can I now get nominations for?
Yes, Speaker. Can I move for nomination?
For the mayor?
Yes. Can I move?
Yes, you can move.
Speaker, I want to nominate Jalrik Nomonde van Axwegen to be our #1 citizen of this town. Thank you.
Thank you, councillors.
Speaker.
Yes.
Speaker. Kosana.
Yes, Councillor
Kosana,
Kosana.
Speaker. I second Nomonde. I didn't know he got a Kosa name. I second Nomonde from Cope to be a deputy. You ought to be a mayor.
Councillor. Zuka, I see your hand is up.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much. You know, Speaker, I like it today. COVID-19 has shown us things. Comrades are coming together again.
To the point. Are you nominated?
Speaker, I want to nominate the capable mayor, the competent mayor, Mayor Michelle Wasserman.
Thank you.
Madam Speaker, I second that. Thank you.
Yes. We've got two names, Councillor van Aswegen and Councillor Wasserman. And I think we are now ready to cast our vote. The voting will be done in the council chamber. I see your hand is up.
Sorry, Speaker, just procedurally, can we just confirm that both nominees accept the nominations, just in terms of for the procedure and the minuting? Thanks.
Yes, I was going to do that, MM. Thank you, MM. Councillor Van Aswegen, are you available?
Speaker, Councillor Van Aswegen here. Yes, I do accept the nomination put forward by the Deputy Mayor and Countess Kosana. Thanks.
Thank you. Councillor Wasserman, are you accepting the nomination?
Yeah, yes, Speaker, thank you. I accept the nomination.
Thank you, Councillor Wasserman. MM, do you want to proceed with where the voting is going to take place and how it's going to take place, or must it be legal? Councillor Weideman? Councillor Weideman, I see your hand is up. Or maybe it's an old hand. MM?
Speaker, may I suggest that we quickly print the ballot papers, and then we'd like to ask that the councillors come one by one into the council chamber. There will be officials there, and that they do their voting one by one. And if you could just give us maybe 5 minutes just to print 19 ballot papers, please, Speaker, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Speaker, my hand is up.
Thank you, MM. Yes, Councillor Kraut.
Speaker, I would propose that there's a list with names already with the independent people there at the chambers, that you read the names of councillors of that list to say Councillor Krauts, Councillor whoever, so those 4 persons make themselves ready and available to go and move. Because otherwise we're going to bang each other in the door, and we must still remember the COVID-19 regulations. So I think if you can read the names one by one, and we can move since we're all in the building. Thanks, Speaker.
Okay.
Speaker, then I just propose, when you read my name, I will say Speaker, I'm going. When I'm back, I will say Speaker, I'm back.
Okay. Thank you, Councillor Kraus. Councillor Zukwasi, your hand is up.
Yes, Speaker, also there's something that I want to get clarity on, because I understand before we vote, we go and vote, we must see the ballot box actually being empty.
Councillor Jokolo, the
Yes.
chief whips are the party agents to do that.
No.
See the process.
We'll nominate, it's fine.
Yeah, the chief whip is going to do that process. MM, will you indicate when you are ready? MM? Councillor Krauts and Councillor Chokola, see your hands are up. It's old hands.
No, Speaker, that is an old hand, Speaker.
MM, I need you to indicate, will you indicate when they are ready to go voting?
Hi, Speaker. Sorry, I just went to arrange the ballot papers. I'm sorry.
Yes. No, I said MM, will you indicate when they are ready for voting?
Yes, I will. I expect about 3 minutes, Speaker.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you, MM. Councillors, I think the administration is ready. We're going to do it alphabetically. Yes.
Okay, you're going to call us. Thank you.
Yes. We're going to do it alphabetically. The first one to vote is Councillor Crouch.
I'm going, Speaker.
Okay. Thank you. I think Councillor Davis, you can go.
Councillor Crouch is back.
Thank you, Councillor Crouch. Councillor Davis, I think you can go. Now my turn.
Councillor Quinana, you are next. Speaker, we are ready for Councillor Matika.
Councillor Matika.
Speaker, we are ready for Councillor Matiwane.
Matiwana.
Speaker, Councillor Naki can get ready.
Yes, Councillor Naki, you can go.
Councillor Nezo is here, Speaker.
Yes, Councillor Nezo, you can go.
He is already here, Speaker.
Okay.
Speaker, we are ready for Councillor Opperman.
Yes, Councillor Opperman, you can go.
Speaker, we are ready for Councillor Salaze.
Councillor Salaze, you can go.
Speaker, we are ready for Councillor Skosana.
Councillor Skosana, you can go.
We are ready for Councillor Strubel, Speaker.
Councillor Strubel, you may go.
Speaker, we are ready for the Deputy Mayor.
Deputy Mayor, you can go.
Speaker, Councillor Tiukolo can come.
Councillor Chokolo, the man in waiting. Councillor Chokolo.
Enrico, wie staat Tiukolo?
Councillor Ace. Smiley.
Councillor van Aswegen.
Councillor van Aswegen, you may come.
Angalali ngalo will change.
Councillor Wasserman, I think can be ready. Councillor Wasserman.
It is Wasserman, Weideman and Wolmerans, Speaker.
Yes. The 3 W's.
Ja, sien. Ons het laas op tot 9 uur meeting gehou. Thank you, Councillor Wasserman. Councillor Weideman.
Don't go there. Want us to be emotional now.
Councillor Weideman.
Hey, Melanie. Melanie.
Speaker, we are ready for Weideman.
Yes, she's there. I said you mustn't go there.
Oh.
That historical night.
Oh yes, Speaker. Sorry, Speaker.
Councillor Wolmerans. Madam G.
Speaker, we are now ready for the party agents to join us.
Okay, thank you. All chief whips, can you go and join the electoral commission?
Matika, can you represent, please?
Speaker. Speaker. Titi. Titi, man.
Chief whips, you need it in the council chamber?
Speaker. Councillor Van Aswegen here.
Yes.
Seeing I was nominated, I don't believe that I should be there as a chief whip also at this moment.
Okay,
I've got
thank
full
you.
trust in those people that is currently there. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Councilman Alveren.
Good evening, Speaker and councillors. Good evening, Speaker and councillors.
Yes.
We've got the results of the votes. There was 19 ballot papers counted, of which 11 was in favor of Councillor van Aswegen and 8 in favor of Councillor Wasserman. So I can declare that Councillor van Aswegen is the new executive mayor of Knysna.
Thank you, thank you. Congratulations, Councillor van Aswegen. Councillor, can we now be directed how we're going to do the ceremonial thing? And Councillor Aswegen be given a opportunity to speak. MM?
Yes, Speaker. Speaker.
Yes, yes, Deputy Mayor.
Yeah, Speaker. Yeah. What's going on? Is the meeting finished? Speaker.
Yes, Deputy Mayor.
Speaker, I'm not sure whether I can see my fellow councillors are celebrating. But before, Speaker, you hand over to the new mayor. I would really like to take this opportunity, Mayor, Speaker, and thank the outgoing MM, Dr. Gratz, for her contribution for the last 3 months. She did very well, Speaker. I wish her very well. Yes. Speaker, second, I think allow me to take this opportunity and congratulate Councillor Nomonde van Aswegen as our new mayor. And I'm sure Speaker is one of the very few capable people within this council who will be able to take us forward, you see. And I feel like saying those few words, Speaker, before you hand over to him. You know, thank you very much, Speaker.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor.
Speaker.
Councillor Davis.
Yes, on behalf of the DA, we want to congratulate Mayor van Aswegen, and of course he's got a very challenging time ahead. But you know, we wish him the best on his journey, and you know, to turn the situation around and lead this municipality. We also at this time want to thank Dr. Gratz for the impact she has made, and we want to wish her all the best. And you know, that we just go well with her in her life and everything that she does going forward. Thank you very much, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Davis.
Speaker.
Councillor Kraut.
Thanks, Speaker. Speaker, I would just like to congratulate the new mayor that was elected. And I'm sure there will be a very good working relationship taking this municipality forward. So yeah, Councillor van Aswegen, congratulations. Ik hoop ons zal goed samenwerken. Dank je.
Thank you, Councillor Kraut. Councillor Weideman, I see your hand is up.
It's an old hand, Speaker.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Salase.
Yes, Speaker. Thanks, Speaker. On behalf of National Unity Congress, we are congratulating with Comrade Rigi in this task. I wish a good luck. I wish all councillors and parties must work together for the sake of the town. I wish Councillor Rigi we make a contribution to pass the budget in the few days. I wish a good luck. All of us, we must work together so that we promote our town. Thanks a lot, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Salase. Councillor Van Aswegen, I just want to wish you well in your journey being the #1 of this town. And I know that you will do your best for the interest of this town. I also know you are a very hard worker, and I also know you're a workaholic. And I think this town needs people like yourself to take us forward. I wish you luck. We are here to support you. And I'm glad that today that we become the mayor of this town, and we didn't make any mistake by voting for you today as being our mayor, because we believe that you've got the capabilities of moving this town forward. Thank you so much for availing yourself, firstly. I'm now giving over to you to say something to this council as a new mayor selected of this town. Thank you. Councillor Van Aswegen, over to you.
Speaker, thank you very much. Let me start by thanking all of those councillors that put their trust in me in fulfilling such a very important job in this town. I even want to thank those councillors that did not vote for me. You are as important in this municipality as those councillors that I'm working with, because you are the councillors actually that's supposed to keep me on my toes. Councillor Wasserman, I know that you will be the one person that makes sure that I do my job. I think what is important here, Councillor Teokolo, as I told my kids at school, nobody's perfect. So in your reference to competency, I believe when the public choose councillors, all of them, to my knowledge, is competent to do their job. That's why the people elected them. It's very important at this moment in time that we as a council show leadership, not only in council and in the municipality, but to the broader community out there. We need to make sure that those people can, with pride and with proud, refer to their municipality. I'm quite sure that we do that. I was not going to say a lot tonight because I think it would be better for me to speak tomorrow when the new acting municipal manager will be introduced to the municipality and the public out there. To the staff, I know that you need stability in this council. I can assure you that that stability will be provided by my leadership. Just household issues at this moment. One, the mayoral committee will remain as it is, as elected by the deputy mayor. And speaking about Ndoda, that is one person that I believe that in these difficult times as a deputy mayor, he's done a very, very good job. So again, thank you very much, Councillor Chengwa, and I know that I can count on your support. Coming to the acting MM, Dr. Gratz, I know that you work under very, very difficult circumstances. I need to thank you for what you achieve in such a short time in this town. Your capability, your wisdom. I was one person that learned from you. In spite van dat jy jonger as ek is my meisie. But I want to thank you on behalf of the council, the municipality, and the people of Knysna. In closing, I think what is important now, Speaker, since the acting MM will only arrive tomorrow night, we need to elect as a council an acting MM until his arrival. Again, thank you very much to all. Good night. Lekker slaap. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor van Aswegen. Councillors, there's now a proposal that's been put up by the mayor that the acting MM will only arrive tomorrow late. So we need someone to act tomorrow until we have an acting MM.
Yes, Speaker.
Yes, Deputy Mayor.
Speaker, thank you very much. Speaker, I would like to propose or nominate Yebon Phillips to act as a municipal manager for tomorrow up until the new MM have arrived. I'm sure the MM is arriving tomorrow afternoon. So if Yemen can just act from tomorrow. Only, in fact, for tomorrow.
Yes. I see your hand is up.
No problem, Speaker.
Thank you, Councillor Davis. Supported by Councillor Davis. The name that's been seconded by the Deputy Mayor. Are we all in agreement?
Yes, Speaker.
Thank you. Councillors, thank you so much for your patience today. I know it was a long day. I left my house at 7:30 this morning. It's my grandson's birthday today. He's 8 years old. So it's a big day for me, but I have no choice to be in this meeting. I also want to thank the MM. MM, thank you for your time with us. Thank you for working with you. So thank you, MM. I see your hand is up, MM.
Bye, Speaker.
Thank you, Speaker. Yes, I would just like to, from my side, thank all the councillors for your confidence in me and for giving me this opportunity. I wish you all well, and I hope to see Knysna get out of the challenges that they're currently facing. I wish you all well. Thanks. And congratulations to our new mayor.
Thank you, MM. Councillors, this meeting is now adjourned.
Thank you very much to the MM.
Thank you so much. Thank you. The meeting is adjourned.